All right, guys, I'm back. We'll get started shortly. Just connecting to Facebook. All right, here we go. Try number 2. Welcome again to today's video. I am Sami, Director of Education at T3 Live. I hope you're doing well. We're going to talk about the market, lots to talk about there, and we'll go over the swing ideas for the week. Before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky, that whatever we discuss in this video is for educational purposes only. If you're new to our channel, please be sure to download the free ebook. Link for that is in the description below. Without further ado, let's turn to the charts. If you find benefit, please be sure to hit the like button. And if you have any questions, leave a comment or send us an email, info@t3live.com. I promised you that I wouldn't be able to predict which day exactly we would top out. And I was true to my word. I had no idea we were going to top out on Friday. Okay, why did I not have any idea at all? Because when there is a grindy uptrend like this, I just never try, because every time I try it, if I'm right at all, I'm only right for a few days and then it goes back up. So I don't try to predict the top when there's a grind up. If the stock is vertical, like STX, or which we're in short, by the way, or WDC, when it goes vertical like this, parabolic, then yeah, no problem. I'll predict the top and I'll call the play. SanDisk also, all three in short. But when there is just a simple grind up, I mean, who knows? Might it be this day, that day, or never at all? Yeah, who knows? The only thing I did talk about last week, and then maybe even the previous week, is that we are in the right spot, especially on the IWM. I mentioned how we had just made new all-time high, and that's usually when the last batch of buyers, the last batch of people that are waiting on the sidelines, that never committed, finally give up. They say all-time high, no resistance, let's get long, and that's when we top out. Why is it that we top out after the last batch of buyers commits? Because there's no more buyers left, and so that's usually where we top out. I also talked about how the Qs and the SPY had put in the biggest green bar after several bars in a row. That's indicative also of short-term exhaustion. Again, would I be able to predict what day of the month or what week we were gonna top? No way. But at any rate, we definitely topped out for now. We do need to see follow through to the downside, but I highly doubt we would just recover quickly from this and go back up, pretending like nothing had happened. It was a very bearish day, of course. And because of the size of the drop, the shorts are not gonna be good this week. We have to wait another day or two for things to settle down a little bit. And then maybe we can look at, let's take a look. Okay, then we can look at, sorry, I got distracted with something. We have to wait, and then if let's say we get a couple of doji bars like so, we get a couple of narrow range bars, whatever, then we can look for the continuation lower. But for now, unless you shorted early on Friday, it's pretty much too late to go short. And so the bearish list reflects that. Now the bullish list is also pretty short because most bullish patterns failed already. So we have to wait a couple more days, at least one more day, before we can look for swing ideas. There are some exceptions like this one. That's pretty bullish. It crashed with the market and recovered most of the drop. So if it breaks out, you know what? I like it. Long over 350 by 305. Weekly chart looks really good with room to $5, 550 maybe. So I like it. The CTMX. Now CWEB and the YINN and the BABA and the China stocks, I think might bounce, especially if we get a sell-off on Monday. We get another drop to the $40 area. I think that would probably put in a short-term bottom. CWEB, we get down to here. I would be willing to play it. I actually got in long on Friday and had to get out because it wouldn't bounce. BABA, same thing, but it's not as severe of a drop. But keep an eye on some of those China stocks. If they drop again on Monday, then I think we could look to pick the bottom. Fate is similar to the CTMX in that, I mean, it's just didn't budge, went right back up. The problem with Fate is the prior resistance is not too far above. That's the problem with it. It's not too far above. Baba, we talked about MLTX. This thing is pretty bullish, staying strong. So over the highs, if you want, it triggered already. I have a call on it in the $10 swing trader. So breakout. So it's already late, but it's staying bullish, and the hourly chart looks okay to continue higher on the MLTX. And then the last one is the WAI, which also looks a little bit higher. I mean, looks really wonderful, but it needs to hold above the 20. It popped already on Friday, so I want to see it hold up for another day or two. Some of the short watches that I'm watching that can perhaps be played tomorrow would be the AAL, because it's not a ginormous bar like everything else. So short on the sell setup, and then maybe target right here. Depending on how big of a sell-off we get in the market, AAL could see the prior lows, I think, like $9. But it depends on how bearish the market is going to be. The NB is climactic. The short, the problem with it is the size of the stop is huge. 986 by 1143. Target, the 20 MA. About 725, I would say. NG, similar, climactic, didn't really drop. Continued to base. The issue is, the 20 is usually my target. It's not that far below. Now, if you think this is going to be a longer term top, which it very well could be, I have no idea, then I think it will see $7 easy on the NG. Okay, in which case it does have plenty of room. It does have, good reward to risk. RGTI, another one that's way up, that likely will come in, but doesn't really have a narrow range bar to play under short. That makes it difficult. And then the UAMY, UAMY looks similar to the NB, but it's the same problem. Huge stop. Short under, stop above, target is going to be here, about $8. So not much reward to risk. I told you the bearish list is non-existent almost, because everything that's bearish already dropped. So we have to wait a day or two for things to settle down, and then take the next leg down, ride it on the next wave down if we get one. So that's my take on the market. Those are the items that I wanted to go over with you. There will be a newsletter tomorrow that will hit your inbox in the morning. So look out for the one play that I am officially calling. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.